Hello and welcome back everybody to the Criminal's official Dart Math video guide. For this video we're going to be looking at the numbers 61 through 80. We're starting to get now into those combination finishes. And we're starting to get to the part of Dart Math where the mentality going into the visit is more important than anything else. And here's what I mean by that. Let's look at our key principles. The first one is crucial. If you're on a number 61 through 80, two singles must get you to a double. What I mean by that is if you miss your desired treble twice, or obviously if you miss once and leave a number that is a single away from a double, you gotta be able to get to a double. The second principle is hit a treble to leave a good double. As long as both of those things are true, you're going to be in good shape. This section is pretty straightforward with just a couple exceptions. So just like in previous videos, we're going to highlight a couple of the checkouts for you. Just remember, two singles must get you to a double. If you have a number 61 through 80 at the start of your visit, you should be expecting at least one shot at a double. Let's get into it. We're going to start right off the top with number 61. Now this may be a controversial option, but I want to give you, in my opinion, the best route. And the best route from 61 is starting with the 25, the single bull. Hitting it will leave you on double 18. If you miss anywhere in the board, no matter what number you hit, you'll be a single away from either double 20 or double 16. So if we're aiming at the bull and we hit, say, 4 to leave us 57, 17 to tops is our cleanup. If we, of course, hit the bullseye by accident, we leave 11, 3 to double 4 is our cleanup. You may see players go for the treble 15 here to leave you double 8. It's not terrible to do so, but keep in mind this target of treble 15 is much smaller than the target of a single bull. So I'm going to go with my odds, aim for the bigger target, bull to double 18. Let's look at another number here. One where we can again use the board to our advantage. Let's take a look at 64. Treble 16 to double 8 is your optimal route. However, treble 8 to tops is also available. So gives you this entire two trebles next to each other to hit as far as a margin of error. Plus, if you miss into, say, a single 16, you're left with 48, and you can stay right on these two split wedges to get yourself to the double. But just keep in mind, again, when we can get the option to hit two things next to each other, let's take it. So 64, treble 16, or treble 8. Another one that could be potentially controversial is 65. Again, I prefer the single bull to now tops. Most of my slop misses are still going to leave me a single number and then a double. I've kind of broken that down here. Let's take a look. If I hit a single 4, aiming for the bull, we hit the 4. I'm on 61 with 2 darts left. I have two options. I can again go for the 25 and the double 18. If I'm really not confident, I can hit single 11 for the bullseye. Now, in my personal opinion, if I have to hit the bullseye, I might as well hit the single bull and go to double 18. But if you're really under pressure and you'd rather give yourself a shot at double, single 11 to bullseye is fine. If you're aiming from 65 at the bull and you hit a 1, a 2, or a 3, then you need to hit the number that leaves you on the bullseye with your third dart. Remember our key principle. Our two big numbers must leave us on a finish. So let's say I'm aiming here at the bull and we hit a 1. We've now got 64 left. I want to aim here at the 14 wedge. 64 minus 14 is the bullseye. I don't want to come down here like we just talked about. If I miss the treble, I can't finish. If I'm starting on 65, I should get a dart at a finish. Of course, if I hit anything higher than 5, I can just hit the given number to get to double 20, for example. If I miss, say, for a 6, I have 59 left, 19 to tops. Controversial, sure. You may see people, again, go with this treble 15 to double 10. If you want to go that way, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But again, this single bull is much larger than this treble, so I'm going to take my chances and go that route. Another number that's interesting is 67. Professionals tend to go here to the 17, treble 17 for double 8. This is why I don't like that. If I'm aiming for treble 17 and I miss to the 3 or to the 2, I'm going to wind up on a bullseye or with a tricky single bull shot. Let's say I miss into 3, I have 64 left. I would need to go 14 to the bullseye. The benefit of coming up here to treble 9 is, of course, treble 9 leaves me tops. But if I miss into 12 or into 14, I'm on 55 or 53 respectively, and I can hit my big number and still get to a nice big double instead of residing on this tiny little bullseye. So be smart when you're considering these numbers. Think about what happens if I miss. Do I give myself the best chance to still get to an out? Or am I making my job difficult and my life hard by leaving a bullseye? There's not too many other numbers to really highlight in the mid 60s and low 70s. Again, you're going to want to refer to the checkout chart. One I will touch on is 72. I do like to come down to the treble 16 here for double 12, because if I miss into a single, I've got a nice target already. I can stay on single 16 to go for tops. There's a couple other options. I've seen people go treble 20 to double 6 there. I'm not particularly a fan of that. Treble 12 as well for double 18. Not my preferred route. I like to go for the 16, so if I hit a single, I can stay there and go to tops. The next number I want to look at now is 77. Because again, what's important with our key principle for this section? 2 singles must mean we get to a double. So a perfect example is 77. You might think, I want to hit treble 15 to leave this very nice double 16. The problem with that is 77 minus 15 is 62. If you're left on 62, you got to go 12 to the bullseye. Why would we want to do that? We can instead aim for treble 19. Treble 19 to double 10, and if we miss, 19 and 18 for double 20. The same thing applies with 79. This is the only treble that you're going to aim at that leaves a bit of a tricky finish. But the key is we've got to be able to miss into 19 and then 20 to tops. That's what's going to happen more often. We're going to hit the single more often. So treble 19 to double 11. Why are we doing that? Again, because a single 19 leaves 60 60 is 20 to tops. If I went for, say, a treble 13 here, scoring 39 to leave 40, the problem is if I miss into the single like I will do most of the time, I'm left with 66. Now I've got to come 16 and end up shooting for the bullseye. Don't make the game harder. It's hard enough already. Treble 19, double 10, that allows for the single, and double 20. I suppose I might as well scroll back up and touch on 76 since that brought up some controversy before. But the same principle applies. 20 is a nice number, leaves that beautiful double 8, but missing to the 5, missing to the 1 is devastating there. If we go instead to treble 16, that leaves double 14, missing into the 8 or 7 means we can still at least get to the bullseye. If we go for the 20 and miss into the 1, we got 75 left. We either need to go single bull bullseye, very difficult shot, or now hit a treble in order to get to a finish. Make it easier. Treble 16. If we miss on either side, we're at least going to be shooting at bullseye. Keep in mind those key principles. I want to scroll up so you can read them one more time. The 2 singles must get you to a double. If you start your turn between 61 and 80, you got to be shooting at a double with that third dart. Keep that in mind and be smart, and good luck.